All right, I just experienced Waymo in Phoenix, Arizona, and it was kind of weird, kind of cool, and exciting at the same time. So I'll show you the whole experience from beginning to end, and I'll tell you if it's worth trying right now. So the full experience, like from day one, like from jump, is all the stuff that we're familiar with, right? Log in, register, allocation, etc., permissions. And the experience of like jumping on is really, really cool. And it sparked it because I saw a lady using this from my hotel and I was like, OMG, me too. So hopping over here, I'm on my Ray-Ban glasses so you can see the full experience of like walking. It's all the stuff we're familiar with, right? All the other ride shares, you're not, this is not new. But the cool part is that there's no human person and it's kind of weird and kind of cool all at the same time. So jumping back, it like tells you somewhat like a tracker where to actually walk. I illegally crossed the street, but don't tell anybody. And it was really cool that it tells you exactly where to walk. So I'm going to actually jump back to the live so you can see it in action. Like my car is coming and my car is somewhere here. Okay, here's my car, maybe. I think that's kind of weird. I think that's my car with no driver. Okay, we'll see what happens. What is he doing, turning around? That this is kind of weird and cool at the same time. All right, so I'm walking up to my car. It looks like I'm going to, I guess, click the unlock button, right? Here's the situation. All right, and now,
Hey there, Michael.
oh shoot. Hey there, Michael. There is no guy there. What about how they put a soda there? Maybe somebody just put that soda there. Okay. So now I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna start the ride.
Hello from Waymo. As we get going, just give us 1 minute to cover a few riding tips. This
Okay.
experience may feel futuristic, but the need to buckle up is the same as always.
Okay.
So keep your seatbelt fastened, please,
Seatbelt fastened.
if you're traveling with little ones.
Okay, there's my seatbelt notification. I'll put my seatbelt on. Okay, so here I am in a Waymo, like full driverless car. And it's so cool, I guess, and weird and kind of scary, but at the same time, the robot should work. So I'm just here chilling and in my like car with no driver. He's driving 30 miles per hour at this point, and I mean, it feels like somebody's driving. I guess I can see the front thing. So here, I'll let you just take in the drive and like experience it from a rider view, and it's pretty normal. And I was very impressed by the seamlessness of it, and very, very cool. Wow, like this is really mad futuristic, and it feels like crazy and cool at the same time. I probably will feel better. I'm sure there's like microphones and cameras and stuff in here, but you don't got to worry about anything else. Like you could just focus on being you and just like chilling and relaxing and just, I don't know, I guess you could be on the phone, you could watch a movie, you could do whatever you want because you just don't have to drive. I think that's pretty dope. But anyway, enjoy the ride with me. So me being the nosy person that I am, I wanted to see what was happening, and the cameras and all this weird stuff is still happening. I feel like some of it is kind of a gimmick, if I'm being honest, but I just don't know. But the cameras and everything are active. I speed up the drive here just so we can get to the actual hotel. It got a little funky because I thought they were gonna drop me on like a back alley. Back? That would be kind of weird if they dropped me off at the back of the hotel.
Almost there. Don't forget your belongings.
Okay. Well, they actually don't. They just use a longer route so they could drop me to a safer, more appropriate spot, and I was cool with that. pretty dope. And they got me to my destination.
You're here. Please make sure it's clear before exiting.
Alright. Well, thank you, Waymo. I'm sure I will see you again soon. I'm probably going to use this again. It was pretty cool. Open the door. And then the driverless car is off once again. That was pretty interesting. Per usual, after the drive, they want the 5-star rating. And I thought about this all night and I was like, I should just use this the whole time I'm here. And I did. All right, so as I walk out, my car is already here. That's kind of cool. I wonder, can I use the trunk? Is the trunk available? Maybe not. I'm gonna try to use it. What happens with the trunk? Can you use the trunk? I guess I would want to use the trunk. I guess I'll just use the regular car, I guess, right? Or I probably gotta unlock it first. Open it. Good morning, Waymo. All right. So here we are, back to this cool experience. No driver. At this point, I feel like I'm an expert. I know how to operate it. Getting comfortable. I'm gonna put on my seatbelt first. Per last time the machine beeped at me. Seatbelt's on. And we rolling. Here we are. And then we're gonna start ride.
Heading to 2901
Okay.
North Central Avenue.
Well, there's my
Please
driver
make sure
right
your
there.
seatbelt is fastened. For any questions, press the call support button to speak with a rider support agent.
Where's the call support button? I guess call support.
Connecting to rider support. Please wait.
Alright, so here I am calling rider support. I guess they pull over to call rider support. I guess not. I don't know.
Connected to rider support. This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
Hi, Michael. Good morning. This is Ron from Waymo Support. How can we help?
Hello, Ron. I was just kind of wondering, am I doing everything correctly? And am I all good? This is kind of cool and pretty exciting.
Oh, that's great to hear. So I just want to make sure that you are following all the rules and doing correctly.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, like, I don't know, it's kind of weird and strange. I hear you laughing because it's, of course, new technology, right? And I'm not from this place,
Yeah.
but it seems pretty cool and
Understood.
exciting, you know?
Well, yeah, it's just I'm just amused because yeah, it's the first time, or it's not every time rather that you'll get riders calling in just to make sure that they are doing right or riding Waymo correctly. So I was just amused. That's why. But yeah, you are wearing your seatbelt correctly. You are properly seated, and you're not tampering any controls. So I might say that you are 100% following all the rules while riding with the Waymo.
That's cool. Random question. I mean, since you said
Sure.
controls, I never thought about touching the controls. That's probably a good thing.
hmm
But like, what happens if I wanted the air condition lower or higher? Could I do that, or is it just standard for what the car is.
Oh, that's a good question that you have there. So yeah, for AC controls, you do have controls over it. Okay. If you would notice, there is a passenger screen in the middle console in front of you.
Yeah.
You would be able to control a few things using the passenger screen. So if you tap on menu and then tap on temperature, that would be where you would be able to control the AC or the heater, depending on your preference.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And it looks like I can
Mhm.
control my music too, so I'm actually gonna do
Y-
that.
Yep, that is correct.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your help, Ron. And this is pretty cool. Hopefully, we see it in other cities soon. I live in Los Angeles, so that would be kind of cool.
Oh, that's great to hear. Well, yeah, we are already doing early testing in Los Angeles. Okay, so you can definitely rest assured that you'll be able to see more of Waymo once you go back in LA. So yeah, I really appreciate your feedback though, and we are glad that you're enjoying the service. So I'll leave you be with your driverless ride, and you enjoy your trip. Okay,
Thanks
have a
again.
great day.
All right. Bye bye. That was pretty cool. All right.
Almost there. Don't
Almost there.
forget your belongings.
I mean, so you got music, and you can control your music. Disney hits. That's kind of cool. Guess my daughter would like that. And then top 40. I mean, and it just starts playing, right? Guess you could control the volume too, right? Yeah, that's pretty cool. And this was dope. I kind of played with the music for a little bit just to like see what happens. The sound is great. I mean, no surprise there. It's still a car. I think there's just so much technology involved with it that makes it pretty cool and very enjoyable experience. I'm glad I randomly called that dude just to talk out the technology because it answered a couple of questions I didn't think of. And as many of you know, I just like played with a whole bunch of toys and gadgets and started pushing buttons. Hopefully, I didn't break anything. I clearly didn't because they said that the ride was good and I was doing everything correctly, specifically with the safety and the buttons, etc., and the seatbelt. So I was all good with that. Always learning. And I mean, I don't know. I'm like still amazed as my ride comes to an end here. I just like enjoy seeing the steering wheel turn because it literally, it's like a human's turning it. The technology is just so extraordinary and amazing. And once again, there's my car driving off in another successful. This is my second drive, and something actually weird and bad happened on the third. So I'll
Well,
share it too.
that's that. And that was pretty cool. Waymo, pretty dope.
All right, so my third ride, I now think I'm an expert and I know everything. I clearly don't. And this is where we actually had trouble, and there was a big issue that happened, and I literally had to call the technical support. I'm laughing now about it because I made it through the situation, but I tried to sit in the middle. I tried to like avoid the seatbelt thing so I could take in the full experience and like look through the glass, but it
The
turned out
map
really
so that
bad.
we can fine tune your drop off location. But it should not be the preferred drop off location earlier. Just choose a location as close as possible to that area so that the car can proceed.
Okay, so I should choose the option that says adjust on map. Is that right?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. And then let me see if I can find what that original location might be or a close location might be. I feel
Okay.
like I feel like I found that location and I will choose that option accordingly. Is that right? And will I click
Yep,
done?
that's correct.
Click done.
Yep.
Okay. I've clicked done
Select done.
and then click
And then
update
it should
trip.
update the trip.
Okay.
Let me check if it's updated.
I haven't pushed it yet, so let me push it now.
Okay.
Okay, so it says we're updating your trip. Your trip updated. I also see that my fare or initiation will like pricing has changed. Is that something that you can help with me or adjust for me accordingly?
Unfortunately, if the location has been adjusted, there might be some for a certain occasion, the trip fare will really change. Since we just adjusted your drop off location for the trip to proceed, since you accidentally pressed the pullover button,
Mm-hmm.
I do apologize. Whenever you're ready, there should be an option for you to start the ride so that the car can proceed there.
Um, I'm not sure. And I literally had to stop recording because I literally had an issue. I started to look around to see like, am I here? Am I not here? And I wasn't. And I kind of like had to really just talk to the people and figure it out. So I took a few minutes to do that, and they actually let me sit inside the car until the next car came, which was cool. All right. So at this point, I accidentally have ended my trip. I thought I was an expert after doing this 3 times. I'm not. But I accidentally ended my trip here with Waymo, and I had to call the customer service on a genuine side now, and they, again, back to getting a real human. That was kind of cool. And making experience still pretty cool in my opinion. So I had to reschedule a new car. I was talking to the people, and they told me like I could technically request another ride, like end this ride and request another ride, and I could wait in this car until that next car arrives. So that was kind of cool too. So we'll see what happens as that transpires. Simultaneously, I think this is a good time to like give a true recap of the experience. I think overall, like, wow, how dope is this? And how futuristic could this be? Like if this is like continues to progress and continues to get better, right? The error that happened is on my side. I sat in the middle with the intention of trying to enjoy the full experience of like looking out the window in the middle seat of the car since I'm the only one in it, and I accidentally pushed the end trip button. My bad. But anyway, I think it's still dope. I think the beauty of this is that you get to like enjoy and be in a private space. They deliberately tell you that the microphones are off and the cameras are off until necessary. I'm assuming that those were off until I started talking to the support staff. So the beauty of it, you get to be by yourself. I think the first ride that I got was when I took from the airport when I first got here, was a regular taxi, and as much respect to him and his business, he just started pouring out all the problems that was happening in his life, right? So, I mean, great for him that I guess he got somebody to talk to, but honestly, I just had a trip. I don't want to hear all that, right? I don't want to hear the challenges and the disrupts and the mad and how everything is bad and the economy is bad, and like, I don't want to hear all that, dog. I'm literally going to a financial conference, and I got to hear that. But anyway, respect, moving on. I think the second thing is, again, back to the privacy. Would I do this again? Absolutely. Is it worth trying it? I would encourage you to. So if you get a chance to experience it in Phoenix or somewhere else, please do so. And I see it's coming to LA, and I could assure you that I will be using it when it comes to LA fully, since they're practicing and operating now. But again, as usual, yours truly, Michael Ferrera. Style your life. As usual, why I do these things. You can have every single thing in your life that you want, as long as you truly believe it, including a driverless car. See you soon. Peace. Probably could feel the weight of something in the trunk, and therefore would remind you that there's something in the trunk. That would make sense, right? See somebody like looking at the ride.
You're here. Please make sure it's clear before exiting, and don't forget any items in the trunk.
Bye-bye, Waymo.